Sengiso lesikhathi mbukeli Tindzaba tesiswati letinaba nabile Letisematseni lotfola njalo ngabo lesithathu ngensimbi yesithupha. Angubingelele ukwamukela igama ngitozakhe Mathebula. Khumbula letindzaba tiyatfolakala enkundleni tekuxhumana ku YouTube, ku DTT na ku SABC Plus. Asikuphakele tona. Ilitiko letempilo eMpumalanga liphenya ngekungadiphathi kahle kwebahlengikati kanye nabonogada besibhedlela iRob Ferreira eMbombela. Lokhu kuta ngemuva kokuthi bonogada kusolakala ukuthi bashaye lo msikati beka kulesibhedlela. Lona lekusolakala ukuthi ushayiwe kusolakala ukuthi walile kushiya umntwana kulesibhedlela ngemuva kokuthi kube nekungaboni ngasolinye nebahlengikati. Kanti kube sekubitwa bonogada ukuthi babuye batomkhipha kulesibhedlela. Kwinika wendele tinsolo ukuthi akusikwe kucala ukuthi angaphathwa kahle kulesibhedlela.
Kubene kungathembani emkhathini kweti-7 tempilo kanye namake wemthana. Kusolakala ukuthi noSipho Kwenika washaya kulandzela ukuthi ale kushiya umntwana wakhe kulesibhedlela. Kusolakala ukuthi bonogada balesibhedlela kanye bahlengikati bamhlasela. Kwinika ke wende tinsolo ukuthi bahlengikati bakhipha tiphimisolo tingamehli kahle ukuthi angashiya lo mntwana wakhe kulesibhedlela.
Ngi-admithiwe eWard 4. Ngisuka casualty after ngicedzwa kucelwa bonesi labaningi ukuthi ngiye khona ngingafuni kuya eWard 4. Ngahamba ngaye eWard 4 ngifike kunabonesi already labangidiscussayo bathi statement sanesi wathi utongikhomba bangifika eWard 4 ngoba mina ngamreporta kubaphathi. So mangifika lapha already bese kune certain attitude lebese ikhona vele for mina ngilinziwe ngafika ngasaphatheki kahle labanye bomake bantwana bangwitnessela bangitshela ukuthi kwendeka so kuthiwe wathi ngiwelebe bakhuluma ngawo ngayireport indzaba yanga reportwa ngabitwa lama security lilanga lokucala bahluleka ukuthi bangikhiphe ngangaphuma ngabuya lilanga lesi2 wabuya futhi bonesi solo bang ill treater ngabitwa lama security lamaningi more than 9 securities kuthi batongikhipha bangikhipha bangishaya bangikhama bangiphose emerini bangivula ngaphasi bangikhipha ifoni yami la bengiyifake ngakhona.
Letinye takhamuti tithi lokwendakalele Kwinika kuyinto levame kwendeka etibhedlela tahulumende.
The service is bad. I mean, there's queues. Sometimes they would go on lunch for maybe 2 or 3 hours. They would delay the time, and then most of them close at 3 o'clock, and then a lot of people don't get the kind of help that they need, and they carry on coming, for a whole week.
Litiko letempilo kulesifundza lithembise ukuthi litawuphenya kabanti ngalesehlakalo.
Sesisukubisela iphenyo kubuka ukuthi ingabe kahle nje kwenikeni ngasesayidini labonesi nabodokotela kanye nalusisi lokhalako kumanje lesingasho ukuthi sitimisela ukuthi siphothfule le investigation ngekukhulu kushesha njengoba kubalekile ukuthi siphinde sireport back to lo make ukuthi ngabe ngisiphi isinyathelo lesithatha emva kokuthi sesithole wonke ama facts kulabo labanza kenyako sivile ke ukuthi sekunelicala lelivuliwe ngilomaka ke emapholiseni silitiko ke kuloko sithi siyakwamukela lokho kulilungelo lakhe make ukuthi avule licala uma ngabe abone kunesidingo kanzi silitiko uma ngabe kukhona la kufanele ukuthi singeke khona kulelo cala sine siyawuhlonipha umthetho sithi ngekusho kwethu ukuthi umthetho awudlale indzawo yawo nethi lesi department is to cooperator.
Kwinika uthi ucabanga ukuvulela lesibhedlela licala kanye nelenkapani yabonogada besibhedlela.
Imfundo lephakeme iyabida kanzi kuliphupho lelinengi lensha leliphumelele ematikuletseni kuya enyuvesi kuchubeka netifundo kufike kube madima nangabe selingasatholi kuchaswa ngekwetimali lekufaka ikhatsi umfundzate iNSFAS nemali imboleko. Sikhulumisene netistudent kuva ngetingcinamba letibukene nato ngelisito lweNSFAS njengoba kubhalisela kufundza kucalile futhi kutawuvalwa kungekudzala.
Ikhala sebevele beyithathini ema-university.
Bongiwe Hlanguza lo student University of Johannesburg uthi kube madima kungena kule nyuvesi ngeminyaka wa 2022 ngenxa yokuthi iNSFAS ayimange yamphendvula ngesikhathi kanti lokho kwaholela ekutheni angakhoni ukuchubeka netifundo takhe wahlala umnyaka ekhaya.
2022 ngabuyela esikoleni ngethemba lokuthi uNSFAS uzongifanda ngikhona ukulungisa izifundo zami. So mangabe ngiya ke esikoleni ngaregister konke kwahamba kahle ama-offer ngabathola because bengiphathe kahle vele. Kwani mase kumele ngiregister ngilendo NSFAS ngangawuthola approval late ikhala sebevele beyithathile ema universities kwaphoqa ukuthi ke ngijike ngihlale ekhaya.
Kanzi nalihlokonolo Mfukeng lekungumnyaka wakhe wekugcina lo nyaka uthi solo akakhona ukubhalisa njengoba iNSFAS solo ayikamphendvuli. Uthi njengoba kuyavala kubhalisa batali bakhe kufude batame kuboleka imali kude akhone ukubhalisa ngesikhathi.
Till today angakwazi ukuregister and fanele umndeni uzohamba uyofuna imali so that they can so that bazongibhadalela ukuthi ngikhona ukuregister because it's my last year and NSFAS sathulile ngile lapha phakathi ecampus mangifike ecampus bangitshela ukuthi ngimeli SMS and ama registration ayavalwa and mina ngakayithole SMS so naleyo fear ukuthi mangavalwa ngakayenzi ngizoyenza njani for the whole year, understand, because noba bathi izongifunda after is ilento le izabe ithi admission without funding without admission because zabe ngasarejistanga.
Kungakhokheli kweNSFAS timfundvo teminyaka losendlulile nekungaphendvuli ngesikhathi kuyingcinamba lenkulu ukuthi student letinengi.
Nasa system incindezelo enkulu kumntwana umuntu omnyama. Because of his status sakho, you cannot get an accommodation unless it's said provisionally funded. For you to be able to get indawo yokuhlala kuyodingakala ukuthi uthole ukuthi iNSFAS mele istatus ishintshe, and currently status isithatha kade ukushintsha. Many students asikhona ukuthola indawo zokuhlala because status is still on pending, is still on waiting evaluation.
NSFAS has affected me during the registration period because I was unable to register until last week. You know, it is really stressful for us because now in your portal it says that you're eligible for funding and then you're still blocked and then your course gets full and then it ends up being stressful and sometimes you end up not registering for your certain module because it's full.
I feel very dissatisfied with the way that NSFAS is treating students because a lot of students are waiting right now for their statuses. They don't know if they have funding, and that's delaying them getting into accommodation, you know. So if you don't have a place to stay, it's very hard to study. Some people are sleeping in libraries. So we need that to be like fast forwarded as fast as possible. Because now there's students out here who don't know if they're funded, who don't know where they're going to stay. They come from KZN, Eastern Cape, they come to Joburg, and they're stuck on the streets.
Nanobe kunjalo ti-student leticala ngca kufundza enyuvesi tithi iNSFAS itemukele kahle kanti naletinye ti-student tithi iNSFAS iyatama kutisita.
NSFAS ever since I started ukuyisebenzisa, this is my second year, so the first year I was accepted and NSFAS paid for my accommodation, the tuition fee, almost everything, so I haven't encountered like any problems till now.
Mhlate nge-27 ngaBhimbidvwane kulomnyaka losetulu iNSFAS yakhokhela imali lengu-1.7 billion kumanyuvesi lehlukene lekolota ti-student yeminyaka lophelile. Kepha nanobe kunjalo ti-student solo atikhona ukuchubekela embili nekubhalisela kufundza lo nyaka. I-SABC yetamile kuchumana nalokhulumela litiko letemfundvo lephakeme kepha akamange watfolakala. Ngingu-Alima Milaze Tindzabeni te-SABC ngiseJozi.
Qhubekela imbili nalo Tindzaba sikhulumisana namabhalali jikelele we-South African Union of Students Lukhanyo Dawethi. Asikubingelele sikwamukele Dawethi Tindzabeni letinaba nabile Letisematseni.
Manibingelela kwemsasazini kubulisa nakubaphulaphula emakhaya.
Njengenhlangano ye-student nitisita njani ti-student letibukanele ingcinamba ye-NSFAS yekungakhokheli tifundvo nobe tifundvo kuleti student ngalesinye ke isikhathi size isikhathi sibe sidze tize ke la tingasatfolakali tikhona ke kubhalisa.
Msasazi okokuqala mandiyithethe into ethi uNSFAS sikule crisis sikuyo nje. The crisis I created ngokwakhe, and we warned them about this crisis last year. Last year, NSFAS, they opened the applications around the mid-November, and we cautioned them ukuthi elixesha nivula ngalo i-applications lixesha eli-late, and as a result nje beli-late elixesha lizaba ne-impact xa kuqala unyaka during the registration period. And when we were cautioning them because history is our best teacher, because historically ever since NSFAS wayemane vula ama applications ngoNovember, it always gave us problems. But at least there was a year when the applications were opened in September and October. There was a difference in the beginning of the year. So now it's a crisis because we have been meeting with them. The only thing now that is now, Msasazi, is to appeal in the situation with the universities, not to close registration, because in reality, it's your fault, my students. Because if failure is system, because it's a failure of the NSFAS system and the failure of the leadership at NSFAS, because NSFAS currently dingasho njengokuphelela ndithi uleaderless ngoba abantu who are leading that particular entity, seemingly to us, they have no clue of the kind of umsebenzi la entity kumele wenzile and nabantwana abancedayo amakhaya suka kuwo njalo njalo.
Njengenhlangano yini leniyendako kuqinisekisa ukuthi tonke la student ditfola ngelisito ukuthi imali kuchubeka nokuthi bakwadi kuchubeka netfundo tabo?
Njengenhlangano yabafundi okusikwenzile so far ukubhalela uminister sim-alert ngesituation eyenzekayo, number one, because remember if system yafaila nathi siyinhlangano emele abafundi, there is nothing that we can really do, because for them to receive imali yabo funeka isystem ibe kanti iyasebenza, they are processed so that bayakwazi registerisha, they can get their allowances. So now when system glitches, it's a predicament to us to get the point, because only when they are processed and assessed on the system, that's only when they can be funded and all that. So we've pleaded, Tina, with the situation with the minister and USAF, the Association of Vice Chancellors, to say that they must be lenient for students who are accepted, right, and they have only issues of NSFAS. They must allow those students to be able to register. They must not take away those offers. It's not their own doing. It's not their fault for them not to receive their statuses on time. What we have done to NSFAS, we have also instructed them to incapacitate their operations team. They've indicated that they have appointed extra 100 temporary staff to speed up the process of processing the statuses, particularly for first-time entering students, because it is really, for them, it is really a concern. Classes, now it means if they register late, they will have to play a catch-up game, which might affect their academic performance come the end of the semester.
Ukusukela yasungula le nhlangano seyisite enganani kuti student?
Our union is the South African Union of Students. So Tina, our main focus is the universities. So far what we've been doing, ama SRCs on campuses, besibacela ukuthi mabenze ama database for the students who are affected, particularly the first years. Was escalate kuthina so that we are able to keep track in terms of pushing and prioritizing those cases, because uzofana ukuthi awufuni ube ne situation where abantu abenza ama applications, process ama applications, they are focusing on students who are not on campuses or who are not even accepted. But we want to ensure that these ones who are affected, who can't register now on campuses, they must be speeded up so that bazokwazi uqala ama classes, bazokwazi nofumana ama competition wabo.
Ngekusho kwembiko loku internet wamhlala ulunye ngendlovana kulomnyaka losetulu wenhlangano lobekhona we-NSFAS nenhlangano yeti student, ingabe senike nalandzela yini kuleti nqumo netethembiso te-NSFAS tekusita ke student?
I-promises ka-NSFAS, out of 10 promises azenzayo, only 3 of those promises abakwazi to achieve. Number one, the problem is now in NSFAS. We just have a bloated organization with full of incapacity internally. Majority of the organization is that people who are inside there, they don't know what they are doing. That's the problem that we're facing. So for as long as that problem still exists, students are still going to be affected. And the biggest problem is now in NSFAS currently is that NSFAS is highly unionized, union that seeks to suggest the direction of the organization instead of focusing on the competence of the workers. So that we've been raising all these issues with the minister to say, Minister, we're having a problem because it can't be that this agency is unable to deliver on its core mandate, which is to fund students. So as I'm saying, we're meeting them on Thursday to follow up on the agreements that we've had in the mid-January when we last met around these issues. And I can tell you for free, should our meeting not yield any fruitful results on Thursday, there is a likelihood that we are going to make a clarion call to all institutions to go to the streets up until all their issues are being resolved.
Ingabe mhlambe student lesibukene lengcinamba lefana nalena sikhona njani ukuchumana nani?
Siyafumaneka thina kwi-email yethu south.secretariat.org.za. Uyasifumana kwi-website yethu www.south.org.za. Sorry, the first one, the email is saussouth.secretariat@gmail.com, and then our website is www.south.org.za.
Lukhanya sibonga kakhulu isikhathi sakho losiphe sona mnakethu.
Alright, siyabonga baba.
Besikhulumisana naye ke la Lukhanyo. Kanti ke nasibuyeke la etitolo sitawube sibuka ludzaba lwazanele Nkosi longumphathi welicembu lelibhola letinyawo iFC Porto. Akusimvama ukubona umuntu lomsikati asungula licembu lelibhola letinyawo njengoba kwatiwa ukuthi ngumdlalo lothandwa kakhulu bantfu labadvuna. Insatheli Tindzaba tesiswati ivakashele eDelmas kuyawucocisana nazanele Nkosi longumphathi welicembu iPola FC nobeke iPola FC Porto. Nkosi uthi kuphatha licembu lelibhola letinyawo kuta netingcinamba tako. Insatheli yethu Alimamilazi usihlanganisele nangombiko.
Sivakashele eDelmas lapho licembu iPola FC Porto belicuzelana khona nalamanye emacembu. Zanele Nkosi wasungula leli cembu ngenxa yeluthando lanalo ngelibhola letinyawo.
Hey, lokho ngente ngakhetha ke kuba khona kuleli mkhakha webhola. Kwaba lithando nje. Asuke nje ngeva ngithanda ibhola. Leli langa nje ngathi ngiyasuka ngiyobukela la kudlala khona umfana wami. Ngafike ngathanda vele ngangena kanjalo. Ethwaye ngavele ngaba ngathi hayi one day nami ngizoba nalo i-team yami khona kubane bafana bami. Lengakusho kahle kahle kubomama labakhona ukuthi libhola akusila labaduna kuphela. Libhola nalomsikade angalichubekisa phambili.
Njengoba usebenza nebafana labasuka emakhaya lahlukene. Batali babo labafana bakusekela kulokwendaba emphakathini.
Lekungasho ngebatali babo ukuthi bayangisekela bona. Hayi ngithi bangisekela ukuthi ngibona ngalendlela ukuthi babakhulula ngesikhathi babakhona training ngesikhathi masihamba njengoba sikhona lana babakhululule ngesikhathi ngoba ngiyavisisa ukuthi bantwana banemsebenzi emakhaya so kufanele bawende ngoba le support labayendako batali ngikufuna babona abafana babo bakhona kubachubekela ngemathalente wabo.
Uthi nanobe leli cembu lichubeka nekukhula futhi liphumelele kumincintiswano tikhona tingcinamba labukana nato kanti futhi kutfola lusito kumatima.
Njengoba ngibona sila namuhla sila eDelmas kusuka kwethu suka eOffice ePaul sitodlala la so itransport ngamandla ami ngolo ngihlangabetana nabo nabaphuma la nafuna batholela kungaya ngasethunjini ngimi umsebenzi wami wabo ukuthi kube kimi so into letiningi kakhulu ibhola ijezi labadlala ngalo phuma esikhwameni sami because asinawo ma sponsor la endako konke lo so yiko esihlangabetana nabo kufuna abafana ukuthi baze badlale bangenele imincintiswano ethide ukuze kutholakale bathole into ekudlala lokufunekako ethimini iloko nje ngihlangabetana nako kakhulu.
So ke wazama yini ukufuna ama sponsor?
Yeah, siyazama kona kuzama ngoba lenye langa nje sake sathola iAfrica Boot liyake yasichasa ngema Cox sathola abafana bamba abanikeda labo nalapho nini ngibonge kakhulu noSoguje inkosi yasePola leyazamela yathi sidlala lo mncintiswane wawu wendiwe uye Soguje wababona lo mfana wamashoda ngema Cox keselo labanye bobabe bakhona kumthengela so into etinjalo nje ukuthi siyakhona ukukhuluma kona ukuthi sicela ini bese bakhona labavela ko bese basipha singaka cabanga ukucabanga bese basipha into etifana nayo ngasho ukuthi inkinga ngathi khona emkhakheni webhola kakhulu vele kuze kufike lapho ukuthi yabona manje especially nakufuneka imali ningakhulu imali nakufuneka nje every week fanele ukhiphe i250 ya ref ucabanga ukuthi phela uholi wonke emalanga yiko lo ngihlangabetana nawo so tiningakhulu ve kuba kuningakhulu lokho vele kube but ngiyakubona abafana bami ukuthi bayifuna lento yiko labangenda ngithi I must press on kubekele phambili abafana bami ngibhola ukuthi angiye emuva ngiyaphambili.
Badlali baleli qembu baphawulile nabo ngenzima ledlalwa ngozanele ukufutfukisa leli qembu netimpilo tabo njengensha.
Ngathi sajabula ukuthi sibe yiphathi yeteam ngoba sesebenzisana naye kakhulu kahle ngoba into ebalekile ukuthi sisuse abantwana abasakhulayo izintweni ezimbi sipromote nefootball yethu plus netalent elokishini.
Yasijabulisa ukuthi abomama babe namateam nabo emalokishini ukuze nathi amathalente wethu aboniwe yabo. Umama vele wasatha vela sesebancane kusukela under 15 siphethe nguye swela vele izinto ama-cox before waqala wasinika ama-cox wabe singakhona ukudlala ibhola sithi asinazi izinto wasi-organizela ama-cox sawathola sabonga kuloko namaye vele sesidlala ama-league aphezulu nakhona sisabonga yena umama singathi angachubeka ayenze njalo nabanye abantu abakhonayo ukusiza abanye abantu bachubeke nabo babe nama-team sizophumelela singabantu basemalokishini.
Babona abafana abancane abanetalent badecide ukuthi no abafana abancane nawo banalo ibhola so kungcono babasize la abakhona so kithi vele kuningi abasize ngako vele sikhuluma sona abanye bethu abadlali nabo basizekile so vele ngaloko siyabonga kakhulu sacocuzela nabanye emphakathini ukuthi benze nako kukhulu vele ngaloko.
Ngicala ukudlalela iPorto 2019 whereby like besisokola kakhulu yabo aboma bangakafiki kithi so sama if kunama game behlanganisa imali until umntana akhuneyo aza join team yethu wakhona ukuthi asicelele kuma ukuthi sishoda ngesponsor ukuba khona kwabo la teamini kube mnandi kakhulu because basincede ngento eziningi besingana jersey bakhona ukuthi basithengele ijezi imali yabo rivi besinganayo bakhona ukuthi basibhadalela abo rivi bakhona nokuthi basitholela ama-cox and sakujabulela lokho futhi.
Lithalente lalabafana aligcine ebholeni kuphela bakhona nalabakwati kuhlabela.
Asambe ke yobathini asesifikile isiprofita manje esamba nabantwana beze nabo budikatra asifikile ehlendile senzile bezwile bengizile basarenda bathobela baphethe indoda emnyama ngafika ngashaya babanda bakhala basaba basaga babamba balanda bathatha bahamba bashaya balala lentwana emnyama iyakhafula kakhulu ngensuku zobusuku sasuke safike sabusa issue for the man indoda emnyama.
Indoda emnyama mbukeli angisho ke ukuthi diphela lapho ke Letisematseni lebe sikuphathele tona ke lisuku la namuhla asiphinze ke sihlangane futhi ngalokudako usale kahle.